Suffs is Blazing Trails on Broadway, a celebration of those who fought to earn women the right to vote. It's truly a perfect musical for this moment. I caught up with one of the stars of Suffs, Jenn Colella, at the Skylark. You know, when I went and saw Suffs, I went, I didn't realize what we needed to do to get here and what we still need to do.
Isn't that wild? The reverberation of these women's voices that we're able to speak and sing on stage is causing this effect directly to women. We're hearing this right now in the present moment as if we need to hear it right now, because we do. So while so much has happened that has moved us forward, we still have such a long way to go, and Suffs is kind of showing us that. It's wild.
It is wild, and then I think, actually when I was sitting there watching, I was thinking, like, where are we gonna be in 10 more years? Like how this show looks in 10 more years. Will we have, you know, advanced in a lot of different ways? I mean, we're seeing some
Yes.
signs of it.
We are seeing some signs, right? That's the other thing that's happening right now, is this sense of hopefulness and joy politically that we have not felt. It's also interesting to be in a show that is a musical, but still is very much political. Even if we try to stay, you know, when we try to stay like bipartisan, it's not. It's partisan. It's women's suffrage, and we're making a statement by just sharing something that actually happened. So yeah, I think 10 years from now, I have some hope that we will have actually made some great strides from the tide that we're feeling right now.
It's women that are part of history, recently part of history as well.
Absolutely. I mean, the suffrage movement was only 100 years ago.
Isn't that
which
crazy?
Is not that long ago. It's just a second ago. So I played Carrie Chapman Catt, and she was the president of the National American Woman Suffrage Association for 20 years and fought tirelessly. I mean, devoted more than 80% of her life to this cause and to peace across the world. And she's just one tiny little piece of the story. Alice Paul, you know, was in prison and went through hunger strikes with all of her buddies. Ida B. Wells put herself and her family at risk because she continued to speak up for what she believed in. These women were pioneers for women speaking out and not just conforming. And we need them right now. We need to be reminded of their strong voices in this moment.
Do you feel like you learned a lot going back and doing research and going back and figuring out how to research this role?
Tamsen, I had no idea anything about the suffrage movement. Maybe, you know, Susan B. Anthony, right? Like Seneca Falls was in there somewhere from some quiz. I did not know anything about it. And so learning not only about the movement, but about these women and how they had to work together and sometimes fight one another for forward progress is really helping me be not only a better person, but a better advocate for things that I believe in now. I believe being like playing a strong character also means that I need to be a strong leader. And to do that, I need to hear some of the lessons that they taught us about, you know, being persistent even when it's not cute or demure to be that way.
When you look at roles like this and you look at Come From Away, I mean, you've played real people like Beverly Bass, a real, you know, somebody who came to, I don't even know how many shows at this point.
Oh my gosh, she would not miss the opening of a letter, really. She is awesome.
She's just like, I think when I met her, it was like 50 shows or something, and that was at the beginning. Talk about that though, playing real women, because I think that there's something to that, and I wonder, is that more interesting, more complicated, more pressure?
I think it's all of the above. A little bit more pressure because I want to honor these women. And in the case of Beverly Bass and Come From Away, she was still very much present and with us, and so I wanted to make sure that I was giving her, that I was doing her justice. As far as Carrie Chapman Catt is concerned, she was a complicated person and had some values that I actually don't believe in, although I know the core of her was moving toward what she believed in, and that was women's rights and peace. Yeah, it makes it difficult. I also played in Chaplin, Hedda Hopper.
Oh, right,
and she was a real woman who was also very, very complicated. Yeah, it's all these like women who like break these glass ceilings in some way and break the mold. So I'm honored that people see me in that light.
You, I guess, started this show and had a 5-month-old little girl, a 5-week-old, a 5-day-old.
Get into it. I know. Can you stand it?
I can't even say that.
I know. I can't.
5 days old. How did you do that? How do you do it? Does it work with your sleeping schedule, maybe?
I have to give credit to my wife, Mo Mullen. We realized that these two things were happening at the same time, that I was giving birth to a Broadway show that I've been working on for 7 years and to our child at the same time. And she said, I know that you need to put your heart, and this is part of your life's work. I have believed in Suffs for so many years and turned other things down so I could be a part of it. And so she's just taken the reins and really is the one to get up with Morrison, our daughter, more often. I still do because I love the mornings now.
Yeah.
She's made me love the morning.
Yes.
As a theater person, that never happens. It was six this morning. I get up and she's in her crib and she sees my little face and she does this little like coy smile. It's the best if you forget about what time it is, or I don't care what sleep is. It's been beautiful and challenging to do both, but being her mom has definitely put things in perspective. There's nothing more important. I've never been able to say that. Theater's always been the most important thing. So now I have a new kind of love of my life and focus, and it just makes kind of going to work feel actually even more beautiful and like a privilege, because I know that I get to tell her the kind of work that I'm doing, what I'm working on right now, to tell her about Suffs and how it happened in this moment, like how Suffs is fitting into the zeitgeist in this moment. Feels like alchemy and something very, very special. So I look forward to sharing that with my daughter.